Good evening. Step 10. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted to it, or admitted it. So, step 10. Basically, we're walking the walk and talking the talk. So we're maintaining our recovery, basically, and we continue to share that with others. But also, we think about ourselves in a personal sense, that about our own recovery, because our own recovery comes first. So we've taken several steps so far before step 10, and we need to keep working those steps, at least for the first 2 or 3 years. That's if you're using the 12 steps. There are other folks out there that are using other methods to recover from alcohol and from other addictions, but these the ones that I'm sharing with you are different ones that I use in my own personal life. For instance, I'm not going to lie to anyone. Like if you haven't seen my videos already, I use marijuana as a native medicine, because I believe that the government is the one that calls it a drug. I don't see it as a drug. Our First Nation people don't see it as a drug. I see it as a medicine, and so it helps me in my recovery also, and it helps me with my art. I'm involved in many different forms of art. So I use a lot of marijuana when I do that, and sometimes when I just for recreation. You know, it's not a for me. It's not an addiction. Other folks out there will say, "Oh yeah, it's an addiction. It's a drug." Well, sorry to tell you that, but as far as I'm concerned, it was the government, all governments that wanted you to believe that. And that's just my own personal belief. So it doesn't matter to me what I think of the government, or what the government thinks of me, or any of those things, or what you think of me. Like, you know what I mean? It's none of my business what you to do with your recovery. What I do with my recovery is my own personal business. Okay, and so sometimes you might have to have certain people. You have to remove people from your life. Because they continue to wallow in their self-pity and continue to abuse themselves, kill themselves slowly, and it's hard for them to overcome that cycle that they're on, that revolving door, going in and out of jail and in and out of hospitals, in and out of detoxes, you know, in and out of hospitals for your addictions, right? But alcohol got me in a hospital quite a few times, and in jail. So I use this also as part of my recovery, and share that with the others, so that you can relate to me in that sense. That yeah, you know, he's been to jail too, or I've been to jail too, and you know, that sounds a lot like me too. You know, so if you can relate to me, I you know, I'm glad that I can relate to someone. You know, and if I've helped you in your recovery so far with any of the 10 steps, or any of the native ceremonies that I've been doing, or any of the arts, you know, just feel free to let me know, and you know, let me know, and I like feedback like that. So, but so when we're wrong, we admit to it when we're wrong, right? So I have to say sorry several times, like for different things. You know, sometimes I'm not always right, and sometimes I make some poor decisions, and you know, but lately I've been doing good, and my decisions have been doing good. I've my health is good. I'm just going with the flow, and I continue to work with other addicts. Unfortunately, there, like I said, you have to reject others sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you just have to let them be, and let them. They're still addicted, right? So you can't involve yourself with folks like that are going to bring you down. So anything that's going to bring you down, you try to avoid that. Uh, Sticky situations where sitting in a bar or at a family event and there's booze and stuff like that. You know as well as I do that if you're addicted to alcohol, you can't touch that, right? Because one drink, one drunk. That's all. Remember, I shared that with you. One drink, one drunk. That's all it's going to take is that one drink. There's no, if you take that one drink, there might not be no coming back. So you stay away from those. You have to stay away from those. Avoid those situations. Situations that people, places, and things where you're going to where it's going to be harmful to you. People are going to be where people are going to be using drugs and alcohol or at parties. You don't want to if you're trying to recover, you don't want to keep going to hanging out at parties where alcohol and drug use is going on. That's not your scene no more. So for me, none of that's my scene anymore. You'll never see me in the bars anymore. Like it's not me. It's just totally not me. You'll find me at lifting weights at the community center. You'll find me walking up and down the road to my camp, that sort of thing. Just carrying on with everyday things, but related to my recovery and taking care of my dog Oreo and living life to the fullest. And I don't see myself as an old person, or anything like that, or someone too young, or just what I'm so far in my recovery right now that I just don't let other people get to me as much as as they used to. So that's another part of me that has changed. And so you made these changes so far to get this far in your life, and you're sober. Maybe you're sober 1-2 years. So it's good to try to keep those whatever has gotten you that far. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep sharing your recovery, and keep being around people that are recovering, people that are healthy, people that are healthy minded. Don't try not to get into relationships and that sort of thing, because it's that causes a lot of stress too. And so when you're wrong, like you'll have to you're gonna have to admit to that. If you did something like that's not it's I should have thought that way. I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have behaved that way. Maybe I got mad at a certain person. But also, when you think of your own recovery too, don't let people walk on you. Don't let people walk all over you. Like a lot of people, sometimes, like especially when I'm in public or in a store, like people, I still experience a little bit of racism and a little bit of this and that. A little bit like people still think I'm just like like, because I'm quiet, or because I'm happy, because I'm laughing, that I'm or I'm shy, that I'm a pushover, right? And so every once in a while I have to correct people and say, you know what, don't talk down to me, because I'm not going to take that shit from you. Okay, I will stand up for myself. Like if you're going to start talking down to me, and that's a different story. I had to block a young gentleman tonight on my Facebook, because I got a message. It's only a couple months old, but the thing is, it was a rude message, and he's calling me a name in it. Like, come on, man. I see this guy on the road all the time here, and it's time that I just tell him, you're going to the other side of the road for a while, because I think you need to be by yourself. I think you need, I don't really like a lot of that kind of negativity around me to begin with. Like if you're going to be negative, you're going to be, if you want to seek counseling, I've counseled him, okay, as much as I could for the past couple of years, but he's got his own mind. He's doing his own thing. He's driving his family nuts. Don't start trying to drive me nuts, okay? So buzz off, buddy. That's enough. And he's got to go, and if I have to tell him that when I see him, I will. So that's the kind of stuff that you don't let people walk on you. Don't let people try to treat you like shit. And so that's that. When you start doing that, that's when people are going to start walking on you. So you learn to say no. Okay, no, I don't want to go to the bar. Respect that. I don't want no beer in my house. Get that damn beer out of here. I don't want no booze here. Respect. People have to respect that. And the more you say no, and you learn how to say no to others, and you're able to take control of your life with the help, with your higher power. If you have a higher power, a great spirit, God, whoever, right? You have that higher power that you can talk to, and then you can, you have your, I guess you would say, recovery circle, unless you stick to yourself. People that you can message and talk to, just that are on your level. They're not out there still using alcohol and destroying themselves and wasting money. Like as soon as you start using your money for especially welfare is for to take care of yourself, to take care of your family. It's not, there's nowhere on that check or on on that slip that says for alcohol or for drugs or for whatever. That's not what that's there for. So, but so you if there are people like that in your life, you gotta let them go. Okay, if you're trying to live a good life, you're trying to recover. You're trying to raise. If you have kids, you're trying to be a mother or a father, and you're trying to care about your daily duties, care about your daily duties like going to school, going to work, and stuff like that. But you got people always at your door all the time, stuff like that. You got to say no to that. Don't take that shit from people. Don't take anybody's abuse. Don't take anybody's, somebody's getting mouthy and abusive with you. Just, hey, talk to the hands. Block time. I don't need that shit. So continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admit it. So we might make mistakes, but we're only human, and we own up to whatever we have to own up to. And but always take personal inventory, keep yourself healthy, and worry about you and your family first, or your loved ones. Your recovery becomes first. Your recovery is first. Your life is first. I hope that helps. Have a good night.